Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Thursday morning, February 17th, 2022, here at Forex Smart Trade. We teach people how to be very successful currency traders with our proprietary trading tools. And we supplement that with what we consider to be the best in the business, personalized one-on-one training, which is turns out to be the most efficient and effective way to learn this. To learn from somebody who is a trader, who is trading every day, and has tools that will help you be very accurate. With that, in this session, what I do is I focus on a couple different signals that we have. One is something called the 10-point trade, where we're basically trying to get the lines to all line up in the chart. And if we have time at the top of the hour, there's a little scalp trade called the thick orange line trade. We have over a dozen different signals. And as we train you, we find the one that kind of resonates with you, and we create a trade plan around it. So with that, let's go and take a look at, we need to listen to this guy and then get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Another great thing about the program is that we are here every day. You always have contact with us, connection to us, and we do these live trades where an experienced trader comes online, like right now, and goes through a trade. So it becomes a teaching moment, and then gives you the trade at the end of the day so that you can verify for yourself how accurate the signals are. The only difference between me and you is I've learned how to read the indicator and have been schooled on proper risk and money management. And once we're able to communicate that to you, you will should be able to do the same. And as you become a real member, after your coaching or during your coaching, we do trades in the morning, we do trades in the evening. We've got additional paid sessions where we do trades, and we also have continued training where Saturday morning there's always a training session, and also Wednesday evening. So lots of opportunities to be connected with someone. And the fact that you're trading our money, we are connected to you and we are monitoring what you're doing. So you've got some accountability there. That accountability makes you a better trader. So with that, let us get going. First, as many of you know, I kind of trade off of a trade routine. I check and make sure everything is going first thing in the morning, that I'm connected and everything's hooked up. And I did that before we came on. At the end of every day, good practice is to just review the trades that you've taken that day and the ones that didn't go the way you want. Spend a little time and try to figure out why. If you're trading on a 5-minute chart and you've taken 30 trades, it becomes a little bit more of a chore to do, but again, it's good. I'm trading off of an hour chart, so I'm only taking anywhere from 2 to 8 trades during the course of the day. So it's not that much work. I find it helpful to just take a screenshot of what I was looking at so I can go back to see it. As we are technical traders, we want to know what news items might affect currency pairs so that we can trade around those news items. We cannot predict how the news will impact currency pairs, but we know our tools work when we're in kind of a stagnant, not a stagnant, but when it's a state that there's no outside impact on it. So with that, we go to Forex Factory, and it highlights prospective news items on various currency pairs. And it breaks it down into three parts. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. And we don't have any reds until next week. So usually it's the red ones I'm worried about, and I try to stay out of trading those red ones at least 2 hours beforehand. And then I'll consider getting back into it about 30 minutes thereafter, because you'll have seen the kind of majority of the impact. So we've got nothing to worry about. So with that, let us go and see what we've got. This chart is one of our core charts, standard layouts, the Light 6 Major. It is a 1 hour candle, and I'd like to call it the Composite Chart because it's got 6 different currency pairs, and it allows me to scan, go through multiple pairs, and see where I see a setup. And I start my analysis. So we're going to be doing the 10-point trade. I start my analysis by looking at this middle portion of the chart, the majors and minors. And I am looking for situations where these lines, the red and green line are the major indicators, the black and gray line is the minor indicator. I'm looking for a situation where we are either above the black line, or above the blue line, and the lines are coming down, or below the red line and the lines are coming up. This red line is oversold. So when we're oversold, it's a buying opportunity. When we're overbought, it is a selling opportunity. So the lines are above, the lines are going down, and we have what here is a double cross where the black line is crossed over the gray and the red line is crossed over the green. So I've got 3 points here. So that's the beginning of the signal. If I have 3 points here, it merits a little more evaluation. And basically what I want to do is I want to get agreement across all 3 sections of the chart. And if I have agreements across all 3 sections of the chart, that's a high probability trade because each section is measuring something different. So since I've got 3 points here, the only thing I don't like about this a little bit is that we're a little sideways versus down. The slope of the green line here is probably a little bit less than, 45 degrees. So that I don't like. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to count how many lines are consistent with what I'm seeing here. And basically this is telling me sell. So the orange line, I've got one orange line going down saying sell, one saying buy. And the blue lines, which are inversely related, which when blue goes up, so like the thick blue is going up, that means sell. And I've got one going up, one going down. So we have 2 of the 4 here. I want a minimum of 3 out of the 4 before I take this trade. So I am going to pass, as I said, and the reason we only have 2 of the 4 here is because these are more sideways. And actually, we've lost the double cross here on the major, the red and green. The red isn't crossing over the green anymore. So it's the beginning of the signal, but not quite. Euro USD, my favorite pair. We've got the inconsistency here. The majors didn't quite get overbought. That's okay, but the minors are still going up. I want agreement. I want the majors and the minors to agree. I don't have that here. Pound USD, overbought. Majors are still going up. The minors have turned. Again, I want agreement. USD Canadian. Again, we didn't quite get oversold. I like to catch it when it's down here so we can get the run all the way through. We can see it's kind of been stagnant here in the channel for at least 5 hours, which, that kind of makes sense given that it was the middle of the night for both pairs. But we're more sideways here than up, so I'm going to pass. USD Swiss franc oversold. Everybody's still going down. The USD yen oversold. Everybody's still kind of sideways here versus going up. I want a clear up signal here. So let's just keep going and see what we got. This second group, basically what I've done is I've cloned the 6 lights and then just added new pairs. Oversold going down, middle of the channel sideways. Euro Canadian, middle of the channel conflicting signals. AUD NZD. This is kind of going up. It's a little bit more sideways. We do have the double cross, so we've got 3 points here. We've got 3 points here, and we've got sideways pressure with the green on top. So I've got points across all sections of the chart. 3 here, 3 here, 1 here. I'm not going to take this trade because it is evening time in Australia and New Zealand. Both pairs it's evening time. So my experience is that the tool works better when one or both of the pairs are actively trading. So I'm going to hold off on taking this trade. And the other reason is I'm looking for a quick close. On a 1 hour chart, I am expecting the trade to close between 1 and 3 hours. I'm going to have to wait 12 hours for it to be morning time here. So I don't want to keep a trade open 12 hours if I don't have to. So I'm going to hold off. And again, you can see this is kind of weak. It's gone sideways while we've been sitting here looking at it. So we'll pass. Pound yen, middle of the channel, just approaching overbought. Euro Australian dollar, oversold and mixed signal. Let's see here. I don't know how to get rid of the thing on the top here that blocks what I'm looking at. So again, I've cloned the chart. So we've got another 6 pairs to look at. Canadian yen, middle of the channel, nothing. Euro New Zealand dollar, mixed signal. Pound New Zealand dollar. This is a nice signal. The issue with it is it's more than halfway. See how all the lines are nice and tight and clustered, and the steepness of the green line. If this were down here, I'm taking this trade. Let me take that back. This is I like the first part of the signal. We don't have agreement here on the TNTs. Neither of the oranges are going up, and we only have 1 point here, the thick blue going down, which means buy. Pressure, we've got the green line on top. It's sideways, but I like this. And the reason I don't want to take a trade here is I want to get the run through the channel, and that run through the channel on a 1 hour chart is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 30 points or pips. If you make my strategy is I'm looking for three 10-pip trades. Once I've made my 3 10-pip trades, I'm good. I wait for the next day. So here, that means I'm going to take less than 10 pips. And I don't really like taking less than 10 pips. I prefer to try to take a 10 or more pip trade. New Zealand yen, middle of the channel, changing direction. NZD USD, overbought. Everybody's going down. And I've got the double cross. I prefer to see the red and green line, the green line a little steeper, the slope being steeper, coming down more dramatically. But it is what it is. And again, here we only have 2 of the 4 telling me sell. Thick orange is coming down. Thick blue is going up. So those 2 are telling me sell. But thin orange is going up, which means buy. And dotted blue is going down, which means buy. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want 3 of the 4. I want to be picky. I only need a couple trades a day. So, I can go through this exercise and find what I want. Euro, Swiss franc, middle of the channel, and coming down. So let us, I'm going to duplicate this tab. Come on. And go to 6 major 4. So we'll look at another 6 pairs. Oops. What happened here? Waiting for Google Analytics. I'm going to open it in another window and see if that speeds us up a little bit. Oh, here it is. It's back. Is it back? It's back. All right. Australian Canadian dollar. Overbought. These guys are more sideways than down. We do have the double cross, but again, I don't like the slope of the green line. And the TNTs up here confirm that because I only have 2 of the 4. Thick orange is coming down, thick blue is going up, and the other 2 are opposite. So don't quite have it there. Swiss franc yen, middle of the channel. Euro pound, middle of the channel. Pound Australian dollar, middle of the channel. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. This is actually kind of a nice one. Overbought, everybody's coming down. Lines are clustered, good steepness on the green line. Come on. Thick orange is coming down. Thin orange is going up. So I may have 1 of the 2 here. Thick blue is going up, which means sell. Dotted blue is coming down, which means buy. 2 of the 4. I like this, but this part is telling me to hold off. And we do have the pressure. We've got mild up pressure with the red line on top. Red line on top usually gives me a point here. And one of the things you'll see is, usually when you get this crossover, that the current candle, when this happens, the next candle is the color of the crossover. So red crossed over, we've got a red candle. Green's crossing over, we've got a green candle. So not quite there yet. And again, it's about waiting for the setup that you like. We don't always have to be trading. We just want to take a few trades that are going to make us some money. So if it's not exactly how I want it, I am going to pass. CAD, CHF, we are oversold and still going down. So we just did 24 pairs and we didn't see anything. So now I am going to use a second signal. So I've got multiple signals in my little tool bag. And this signal is a little scalp trade. It's good for 5 pips all day long. What it is it's called the thick orange line trade. And it just focuses on where the orange line is. And this orange line is scaled. So when it's as low as it can go, it is at 0. This number up here is 0. When it is as high as it can go, this number is at 10. So I am looking for situations where this is at 0. And when it's at 0, it's telling me that it doesn't think there's any more down in the movement. When it's at 10, it's telling me it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. So that's kind of the first half of the signal. I don't want to trade just on that information alone. I want something else that confirms it. So when I see 0 or 10 here, then I'm going to look down to my majors and minors and see where these lines are positioned. And if this is at 10, I want all of these lines well above the blue. If it's at 0, I want them all well below the red. And if I have both pieces of that, this is a good trade. So I'm going to just go and look and see, do I have 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end? So 4, no, 3, no, 6, no, 5, no, 0.9, 0.9. So 0.9 is within 1 of 0. So I've got yes on that. And I have all 4 of these lines well below the red. I'm specifically interested in what the majors are doing, the red and the green line. And these are far enough below the red where this is this is a good trade. Now, I want to take this trade right at the top of the hour. So I want to take it with less than 5 minutes left in the hour. Right now, we've got 6 minutes left in the hour. So we're going to keep this on our list, but we're going to go ahead and look through the other pairs to see if there's anything else. So on the USD CHF, it's going to be a buy. And here is a no. So we're going to come back to this in a minute. So let's see what else we have. Oops, what happened? Oh, here we go. 3.6 no, 2.8 no, 3.4 3.4 no. So what I'm looking for is 0 or 1 or within 1 point of either. No. 4.8 no, no. So let's go to the next group. So nothing on that second chart. Oops, wait a second. Is this? All right. What I was looking at is the clock wasn't updated, and I wanted to make sure the clock was updated. 2.4 no, 8.1 no, 6.4 no, 2.9 no, 5 no, so nothing there. And come on. All right. 3.6 no, 7.1 no, 2.1 no, 6.2 no, 4.4 no, 0.26. 0.26 is a yes. That's within between 0 to 1. And these lines are way down here. So that's the CAD, CHF. And that's also a buy. Both the signals we saw had the Canadian dollar in them. I don't like to take it. If this didn't have the Canadian dollar in it, I would consider taking both of these trades. Since the Canadian dollar is in both of the trades, I'm only going to take one. So I am going to look and decide which one of the two I like a little bit better. Oh, come on now. I have it on the other chart here on the side, so we'll look at this one since it's already set up. We've got this one and this one. With the other browser. I like the CAD CHF better. Now, the reason I like it better is this number is lower, and these lines are steeper going down. What we're expecting to happen is when the candle changes in 2 minutes, because this is telling us it's overbought, and this is telling us it's overbought. There's going to be a little snap. You can think of it like pulling a rubber band and then letting it go. There's going to be a little snap at when the candle changes. So I think this is going to give us a better push than the Canadian USD. So we're going to go ahead and open up our MetaTrader 4 and look for Canadian Swiss franc. Canadian Swiss franc is right here. If you don't have that open, you would go to File, New Chart, and it will probably be in this third Forex grouping here where you can find it. So pull that up. Then you're going to go to the second row, New Order, click New Order, and we are going to do a market execution. I am not going to worry about the stop loss and take profit. This account has, it's a demo account. It has $8,500 in it. So I am going to use a lot size of 0.85. So I have just moved the decimal spot over four spots to figure out my appropriate lot size. And, you know what? I want to look at one more thing before we take this. Hold on. This has got a huge spread. It's got a 2-pip spread. Let me see what the spread is on the on that other USD CHF. USD CHF. I want to see what the spread is on that because we're giving 2 pips back. USD CHF. So file, new chart, USD CHF is in that first one. And here you see the spread is only 3 points versus 2 pips. Because the spread is much less here, I'm going to go ahead and take this because I'm going to make more. So I'm going to click New Order. 0.85. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit. I'm going to click Buy Market. And it records it down below. I am going to right click, go to Modify. if I put 5 pips is 50 points. If I put 50 points in here and click the little blue button, it does the math for me. We're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So if I'm going for 5 pips, I'm going to put a 20 pip stop loss on there. 20 pips is 200 points. The only other thing I like to check is I like to check and make sure I get the full 5 pips. So if I got in at 92.80, I'm going to go to 0.9213. So I'm just going to adjust this to 0.13. Oops, 0.130. All right, so we did a buy on the USD CHF. Buy on the USD CHF. Take profit is 0.92130, 0.92130. Stop loss is 0.91870, 0.91870. And the other thing I like to see, let's go back to our chart. The candle just changed. I like to see, I'm waiting for it to update. Come on. Still at 0. I want the candles to show me what the current time is. I'd like to see that this number change by at least 1. I'm still waiting for it to refresh. While we're waiting for it to refresh, I'm going to go to the other chart and see. So what I did here is, because the spread was so large on the, even though I liked the trade a little bit better, because the spread was so large, which may have not been the right strategy, I was greedy and wanted to make more. So time will push us up. But so now this had gone from like 0.4 to 4. So it jumped by 4. So this trade should be good. And again, I can go back. I go back to the last hour. Oh, at the end of the hour, it closed at 1 and it jumped to 4. And actually, these things started to curl up, which we didn't see. 0. I guess this is what we were looking at. Anyways, we're good. So just to reiterate what we did, we looked through 24 charts for a 10-point trade. A 10-point trade usually will give us more pips. So I'd like to do those first. We didn't find anything. Then we went and put used another signal, the thick orange line signal, which is a little scalp trade. Then we took a trade for 5 pips, where we have a take profit of 0.92130 and a stop loss of 0.91870. And give this a couple hours and it should be good. Let's see if we've got any questions. No questions. So, gang, thanks for joining us. We are here to help you be successful. You've got a great support team with the various coaches. If you have a question, go back to the coach you're working with, or schedule some time with me, and we will get them answered. Thanks so much. We will see you Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. Bye-bye.